Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Faithful to the Traitors. Down Under.
Oh,
serious voice today.
Very serious voice.
My name is Ben. I am the co-host of this podcast, and I am a faithful. And I feel I could easily say that to this group of people and they'd believe me no matter what.
Don't get me started. Hi faithful, how are you all? I'm also a faithful. My name is Alex. I am also with Ben hosting this show, which I'm going to warn you right now, there will probably be some swearing because, oh my God, I feel like Ash.
Blood pressure.
Well, I feel like Ash summed it up best on her Instagram.
Either Sam's clever or everyone is fucking dumb.
Sam summed it up, basically. We don't need to do the rest of this episode.
No.
I don't feel like we don't even need to do the series now. I think that's us done. That's us finished. We've peaked. We've peaked at Sam. Before, like, when we didn't think Sam could do... When we thought he was in such a big hole, he dug himself so deep into the ground, he could... There was not possibility. There was no shade in hell that he was ever going to get out of that dump. He got out of it again.
No.
Oh, I swear. But the thing
From episode 3, we've been saying it's Sam's last chance now.
Sam's last chance.
There's no way in any person with a clear head or original thought could possibly not vote him out now. We've been saying that since episode 3.
Yep. And yet, here we are. It's, what's the thing is that, well, okay, before we get started, let me just get
There was a murder.
The housekeeping out.
Well, yes. We haven't done that yet, have we? Yeah.
No, of course. We've got a comment as well, which I need to read out at the end. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
So thank you for people who've been in touch. But yes, you can get in touch with us on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure if Sam told you it was Twitter, you start calling it Twitter again. You know, just be persuaded. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Checkers.
Hannah.
They're both as bad as one another, and Sarah's down on my estimations too, but we'll get to that in a minute. At Traitors Podcast on Twitter or X. We're on Threads. Yeah, that's right. And we're also on Instagram at Faithful to the Traitors. You can email us, faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com if you have anything to discuss. And I'm telling you, if you are not discussing this whole debacle with Sam, with anyone else, then please feel free to discuss it with us because, oh my God, it's literally mind-blowing how... Is Sam super intelligent? Is Sam like the master manipulator? Is he the Donald Trump of the traitors?
You know what, you said that reminded me of Donald Trump, where he said, I could shoot someone and I wouldn't lose any votes. That's Sam.
Sam, yeah.
Who's been shooting people since episode 1 with his fingers.
Donald Trump, who said that everyone else is lying and he's the one telling the truth. That's Sam.
There is something slightly psychotic about Sam, I feel. In the nicest way possible, Sam, we love you. But he picks up swords a lot, looks at them, swishes them around, shoots people all the time. During the mission, he was just throwing money away just because. Why not? And it's like, are you okay? What's happening here? Are you just literally playing this psychotic game to torment people and not actually win, or what? What's going on?
Because that was a strange one too, wasn't it? The fact that he just threw money away. He threw away $6,000.
One of them he just tipped over, just tipped the glass over.
He was like, "Why not?"
It's like, okay, psychotic breakdown. What's going on?
But it made me think, Sam, you do know that, I mean, okay, this is all a moot point if we go back to my basic Alex hates this 101 gameplay or games rules for the traitors. If they just give them $250,000 anyway, despite all the games they've played,
which they listened to you, didn't they?
That we still don't know they won't do that.
No, Roger said your last one and only chance. Roger doesn't lie.
That's true. Roger is a bastion of truth.
Well, I'm worried about his trousers. They're getting tighter by the episode.
I'm not worrying about that in the slightest. As long as they... it's his jodhpurs. It's because he rides his horse with his trusted servant, his manservant, by his side. Do you reckon he side saddles, Roger?
Oh, yeah, and bareback.
100%. 100%. So, the murdered then. Let's start with how he means to go on.
Yeah, Lukey. He knew he was going.
Well, I was surprised by it.
No, yeah. I mean, he knew he was going. Luke knew there last night, didn't he? He said, I'm not going to survive past this. We've given you the 2 traitors on a plate. Annabelle's done it. She's a faithful, got voted off. If I leave, I'm telling you now, Sam is a traitor. If he gets murdered, the first person into the breakfast, Hannah.
fool, number one.
She was like, I'm really happy with the results. It's like, okay, you're trying to convince yourself that you're happy with Annabelle's banishment.
That's right. She said, if you do it again, I'd do it again, said Hannah, despite her sitting there looking like she was about to throw up when Annabelle... But she's had a sleep now. She's thought it through. She's
very glazed over, Hannah.
Sam, she fancies Sam. Let's be honest.
That's what I think.
We've
all scrolled through his Instagram. It's easily done.
He's a hot guy. Psychotic,
Evil.
but hot.
Yeah, that's what we like.
But
He'll have a Netflix series about himself.
Probably.
Played by Evan Peters.
I am putting into base level the fact that the only reason Hannah is following Sam in such a... But he's like a cult leader. He is like a cult leader.
Yes.
No matter what... Sam literally had...
The traitor cult, which we are part of.
We are. But Sam literally had Luke murdered. An obvious finger pointing to Sam, and yet still got away with it.
And the fact that
How was he doing it?
Hannah, Gloria, and I think Sarah, all of them were they knew they messed up getting rid of Annabelle, and they're just trying to convince themselves that no, we did that because now we know more, and then they're still not going after Sam.
The information they've learned is gone. It's just
they're like,
nothing.
no, it's going to be Simone.
It must be someone else. Yeah, it can't be. It just can't be Sam. And that's the thing. They went into the banishment room, ready to vote Sam out, and then Sam's got the gifts. To be fair to Sam,
but it's weird because he doesn't look. I know it's an edited version we're watching of the Round Table, but he doesn't look convincing when he does anything ever.
Yeah, but
he
know...
even eats breakfast menacingly.
I know, he's always giggling
with his melons in his mouth. It's like, you look evil. Why is no one picking up on this? The only one that is, though, and I did say this on the last episode, Camille.
Yeah, but
our federal agent.
Only after Luke died, and her own reasoning was if Luke walked in, then she thinks if Luke's been murdered, then she knows it's Sam. If Sam's been murdered, she knows it's Luke. So it's always going to be one or the other.
Oh, she was right though.
Well, even Blake,
I worry for her now.
I wouldn't worry because there's recruitment on the cards, and I feel like she's on it. And but she will be 100%
skipping all over the place, aren't you?
I am. Well, okay. So if I'm going to not skip, and I'm going to start off by saying that I don't blame Sam. Sam's playing a game, and yes, he's having a few moments, and he's a bit mad, and he threw money away down that mountain, and that was stupid because that's money for him to win as well. Yeah. So that was a really stupid thing to do. However, the people I'm angry at are Checkers. Keith,
yes.
Fucking idiot. Absolute fool. I'm sorry, Keith, but you are an absolute...
He was shown to be a fool with the Annabelle thing. Had a chance. Another woman's dared to speak.
I'm so angry.
And now she's gone too. So it's very odd.
No, don't start that. Don't start the Keith. To be fair, though, Keith...
I've seen comments online.
Oh,
people
really?
agree.
Do you know what Keith reminds me of?
I think that this season should be called The Dummies.
And I agree with you, Simone. This Keith reminds me of...
Keith Chegwin.
No, that, Checkers. I need to talk about that later. Okay. That's a question for later. Keith reminds me of those people who voted to leave the EU in the UK... And on the basis of what the Daily Mail told them, thinking that it was all true, slowly all the information is being presented in front of them to say, actually, perhaps what you were told was wrong and you were lied to. But Checkers will stand by his decision with I can make my own decisions. I completely came up with these theories I came up with wanting to leave the EU on my own, whilst then trying to negotiate a way of getting a little house and villa in France so we could then move back into the EU zone. And at the same time, anyone who questions his decision, he'll say,
I knew what I was waiting for.
Yeah, I knew what I was waiting for.
That's what I was saying at the start.
That's exactly what
Hannah's
Keith
done that.
Keith's
Keith's done that. Sarah's done that.
Hannah's just
They
dumbfounded.
voted for Annabelle, and they're like, that was wrong, but now I need to convince myself it wasn't wrong. So now they're just going all in on the Sam is the cult leader. It must be someone else. I'm not wrong. It's
everyone
Simone.
else is.
It's Simone.
Yeah,
I'm not wrong. It's Luke. So
they're cutting their nose off to spite their own face.
Extremely frustrating.
Exactly what you're saying. They know it's Sam in their heart of hearts. They know it's Sam, but they won't admit it. They will not admit that it's Sam because they do not want to be
embarrassed.
They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to have the proven wrong in front of them. Gammon. Yeah. Keith is a gammon. Bloomin'. Well, I'm sorry, but annoying. Very
Keith
annoying.
alone.
I will leave Keith alone now. Sorry, Checkers. Liam is a sweetheart, as I've already said on the podcast, and he is clearly. And Sam even said he cannot believe how gullible Liam is. He's our little sweetheart, and I can't.
He's being played.
Liam's the one I feel most
Too
sorry
innocent.
for. He's too innocent. He's being. I love you, Liam, and this isn't meant as a disrespect whatsoever.
Someone's trying to get free wiring in the house. I
do.
see.
We've already said we need to lecky round here. We need
I
to
know.
get this place sorted
We've
out.
asked for 2 series now, still none.
It's all the ghosts. Sarah, I genuinely don't think Sarah knows what the hell's going on anymore.
She can't walk up a
She can't walk up a fucking hill.
A hill.
Sorry, I'm sorry for swearing so much, guys. I understand. I don't normally swear very often. I was just
Don't you?
No. What a little shit. But I'm just so frustrated by this.
About what? Her not being able to go up the hill.
Just
Did she get out? Did she even
not
make
having
it
a
up?
mind
She
of her
didn't,
own.
did she?
No,
Not even
she
one
didn't,
bar.
because there was
She
that
stopped.
line when they said no. She didn't make a bar up
No.
there. Yeah, there was
She
that
stopped
one line.
halfway, lying down.
Well, there was that line when they said, just laying on her back like a turtle. She can't get back on her feet. Hannah baffles me
right,
because
yeah.
Hannah had everything presented in front of her
Twice.
and still didn't vote for
The
it.
Annabelle thing. No, I stand by what I say. Luke's a traitor. Luke's dead. Oh. Must be Simone.
Yeah.
My friend who's been with me the whole time. We've always talked to each other, honestly.
But Simone had 2 disadvantages on that front for Hannah. One, she's not her best friend like Sam is. And 2, Sam's penis, because that's what Hannah's thinking about.
Aren't we all?
Of course. Gloria, again, I love Gloria.
Gloria, I had so much hope for you last episode.
She did put 3 names down, to be fair, and she only kind of landed on Simone at the end.
Yeah, the wrong one.
She did land on the wrong one. But Gloria...
She was so good last one, though. She wasn't swayed last time.
No,
this
true,
time,
true.
it was looking so hopeful because Camille had orchestrated the Sam vote. She got Blake on side. She got Sarah, Gloria, Keith. They had the numbers. It was just Hannah and Keith. No, Hannah and Liam they didn't have. And Sam.
Well, Liam would never be swayed. There
Exactly.
was no way in
And nor
hell
will Hannah.
that Liam was going to be swayed. Keith,
So-
I saw it a mile coming
Yeah.
that Keith... All it took was for Sam to say, yeah, but,
Look over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you're correct.
yeah, and you can just see in Keith's little face. He's like, oh, finally, some reason for me not to vote for Sam. Because that's what he's looking for. He's not looking for a reason to vote for someone else. He's looking for any reason not to vote for Sam. So...
You know what? The way that
Idiot
this is
checkers.
going with all the idiots.
Yes.
And it's going to end up with Sam, his disciples. Sam's going to just win.
Sam will win because Sam...
And even when they've only voted 1 traitor out for the whole game, they're still going to be like, yeah, we're all faithful. It's like, no, wait, there's still a traitor in the game. No, there's not. And then Sam will win, take all the money. Quite frankly, I think he deserves it because
Oh, I agree. Sam does
these
deserve
people...
it. He's landed himself well savvy in this group. But
Yeah, at the
that's
start,
not...
didn't even think he was a very good traitor player. Still not sure I am convinced by that. But he's surrounded by people who are really bad, faithful players.
Yes,
So
essentially.
it's their own fault.
I
Sam
agree.
deserves to win.
I agree. Sam deserves to win on the basis of the fact that everyone else is, apart from you, are
Yeah, but they'll be gone.
flipping idiots. But no, I agree with you. It's going to be left. I tell you, I guarantee you. I don't guarantee. You can't guarantee anything in this game. But I reckon the last few people, the last 4 in the final, will be Sam, Hannah, Keith, and Liam. And Sam will convince each and every one of those 3 because Keith will have any reason. Keith isn't looking for a reason to stop the game. He's looking for a reason for Sam to stop the game. Same with Hannah, and Liam will literally. If Sam told Liam to jump off the top of the house, Liam, I believe, would probably do so.
He'll leave
Bless
Blake
him.
till late and he'll say there must have only been 2 traitors, Blake and Ash.
I'm not angry.
I don't know, because there can't be just that many traitors, can there? There has to be they have to know there's another one.
Well, Blake will be out though. Blake messed up. To be fair, Blake voted for Sam at the round table,
Well, I would
and so
have.
Blake's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, because Blake, on the basis, thought that he was going to get other people to vote. He should have read the room better. To be fair, Blake, you should have read the room better because you could see. And then after, right, put my mug down again. Afterwards, when
Yes.
Simone got up
After what? Sorry.
after the vote, Simone got outed,
Yes.
banished. Sorry,
I think that this season should be called The Dummies.
which she was
Gone.
quite right to say, out the door. Roger's having a great time. He's actually rubbing his hands together with excitement now. His glee in his
Probably
voice.
thinks he's going to get the money.
Yeah.
They're so dumb.
Sam confronted Blake and said, why did you vote for me? Which is, again, I'm not being funny, but isn't that a warning sign again? But the 2 people
But
who...
yeah,
the
Keith
two-
was like,
But
Let me listen to this, Blake. I don't trust you now.
Right, the two people that Luke and Annabelle and now Camille were saying were the traitors, Sam and Blake, were having an argument in plain sight in front of all of them. It is almost the biggest red flag, you could ever presented. Sam lost his cool for that one little moment and decided to go for Blake's jugular at that point. Blake retaliated and did the same thing in front of everyone.
Yeah. Camille clocked it. She was sitting there clocking it. Camille clocked Sarah looked confused as usual.
Sarah did her confused look and kept
still
looking back and
tired
forth.
from the hill, I think.
Yeah, like watching a tennis match. Keith nodding.
Yeah, at
Keith
Blake.
Nodding. Just, goodness sake, Keith.
Yeah, what Sam's done is set up the next one to get rid of Blake now.
Yep, which is what's going to happen.
With Hannah, Keith, Liam's vote.
Yep. So, roll credits. This is what's going to happen. Sam's going to win. Sam is going to win.
They've got a thing where there's the last chance to recruit.
This is all very raw for me. I'm just...
it's very...
I'm not upset.
No, when you're watching it, it's just so frustrating.
It's frustrating.
Because it's just so obvious.
Yes.
Even though we weren't there, so I think it doesn't matter. I'm watching it.
I genuinely believe in my heart of hearts.
Same.
That if I was there, I would have twigged and I would have known what was happening in front of me. You can just tell. You can tell by people's persona and personality. And yes, we don't know how it was edited. You're quite right. You can't tell. They can't show everything that happened at the round table. But okay, even at the point of Simone leaving the round table, leaving the show, even at that point, you still thought, you know what, though, Sam can't be a traitor. And then he started confronting Blake, the other person who people were saying was a traitor. You instantly know. Your heckles go up. You start thinking, hang on a minute. This is two traitors having an argument because Blake had voted for another traitor and now he was running scared. No, not flipping Checkers. Checkers like, yes, I wonder what I'm having for tea tonight. I can't vote for Blake. I think Hannah was a bit dumbfounded too, to be fair to her. But like,
Hannah doesn't even think like she's processing thought. She just sits there and just agrees with whatever whatever Sam says, and it's just really annoying. I thought her and Simone were really good friends, and she just voted her off for some reason with no evidence. Sam's like, well, there's no evidence that I'm a traitor. It's like, there's no evidence any of these other people are, but you've turned around and voted them off out of no reason.
Yeah.
Like, Simone, what was the reason for voting Simone? Because she argued against Sam, basically, wasn't it?
Well, they were all
there
saying...
was no actual reason.
They were all saying that Simone was always out there, which I didn't really see until the round table. Basically, when Sam was confronted by Camille, Simone backed up Camille. Sam then pointed to Simone and said, why are you... This is it. It's manipulation again. He didn't give a reason. He just said...
Yeah, why aren't you?
Why aren't you a traitor? That's all he said. Why aren't you a traitor?
Yeah, Simone should have said, why aren't you? Back to him.
Well, exactly.
Back and forth.
And Simone basically replied that, well, if you vote for me, then you're going to all think that Sam's not a traitor still. If you vote for Sam, he's a traitor. You're all going to think that I'm a traitor because of the association with Sam. So she was damned if she did, damned if she didn't. She was in a very hard place. All under the guise of then Sam then saying to everyone, it's like, why would I have gotten rid of Liam? That would have been a really dumb thing to do. Why would I get Ash out in the second round table? That would have been a really dumb thing to do. And the whole time Keith is like going, it's like, I'm sorry,
Keith alone.
Keith's the one that's really wound me up because Keith should be older and wiser.
Yeah, he's a detective. I mean, come on.
Is he really?
Ex-detective.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm sure he is.
You are kidding me. Can you imagine if I got arrested and put in prison by Keith,
former undercover cop?
If I got arrested and got to prison by Keith, despite I'd done the crime or not, I would want a retrial based on the basis of this Traitors. I would say, have you seen to the judge? Have you seen series 2 of the Traitors?
Tell the judge, you said, can I have a recount? Can I have
Yes.
Camille come in? Federal agent
Yes.
Camille, please.
Can I have
with her cap?
Can I have Luke and Annabelle please come in and defend me because they'll be better. Shouldn't get so angry and personal. It's just that it's so frustrating. Thank you. It is so frustrating to kind of. Yes, thank you. Maybe you should talk, say something, do something, talk about something.
Well, after all of that, Blake and Sam were arguing. fighting. Knives out. Roger turned up at night time again for a little midnight snack. Because he didn't want them to fight too much. That's when he said, this is your last chance to recruit. Otherwise, it's just you two to the end. So we're not sure how many episodes there are. There may be 8 episodes.
Well, we thought it was 12.
Or 10. But
No, I think it's going to be 10. It must be at least 10. But we initially thought there was going to be 12, but it looks as though it's going to be 10.
Well, no, because that means there's only episode... What is it? Episode...
6.
7. I think there's only going to be 8. Because this is their last chance to recruit.
That's a really short series.
Yeah. I find if there's another 4 more episodes, surely it's not the last time.
I suppose you're right. If it's the last chance to recruit, that means that next week, if next episode they got rid of a traitor, then there would only be one left, and that's the end game. That's weird. I can't believe that. That seems really short.
But there's not many people left, so But you have the option. They, if they choose to recruit, the person can say no, but there's no murder.
Well, Camille's the one that they're trying to recruit.
That's who Sam wants. Blake didn't want him, but then for some reason he just goes whatever Sam says.
Well, Blake didn't want anyone to recruit, and I wonder if one of the reasons Blake didn't want anyone to recruit was purely on the basis that if there was 3 of them, then it makes Sam's job even easier to get rid of him.
If I was Blake, Sam's pushing for Camille, I would team up with Camille as Blake because they had their little thing to get rid of Sam together. I'd say Sam's been playing an awful game. Let's both be traitors. No, as in backstabbing. Let's both be traitors and just get rid of him, and then we'll go to the final together.
Yeah, but can you?
I think you can trust. I think Camille could trust Blake, and I think Blake's trustworthy.
I do
it's
agree
Sam
with
the one
you.
that isn't. And
I agree with you. The only reason Blake kind of did the Sam vote was because he felt like everyone else was doing the same thing, so he just wanted to be part of the
I think
time.
that's the best thing for Blake to do. He needs to team up with the third traitor, get rid of Sam on the final, and then win the game with Camille.
I don't think Camille...
I know she won't accept, but if she did, I'm saying if she did, that's what I would do.
It feels weird to me that Sam's like not... Because I know that Sam's whole basis of it is that he thinks that Camille's like out to get him, which he's quite right to think. But I just think that he would have had a better chance bringing in Hannah or Keith. Because if he did, then I think he would have definitely had them on his side. He could have definitely gotten rid of them. That means he would have gotten rid of Blake. And I think he could have easily persuaded... He didn't need to bring Liam in because he's got Liam in his clutches. So he knows...
Camille's the one because she's the dangerous one. She's the only one that's not under his...
Yeah, but she's
spell.
a lone ranger. She's on her own now.
That's what I mean. So
it's just her there.
If he recruits her and she says no and she goes to breakfast and says, I was recruited last night, he could probably tell all of them she's a traitor. Yeah, you're right. Keith,
yeah, of course.
Yes.
And that's why...
So that's why he's done it.
That's what I'm saying. Sam's basically... let's be honest with you. Sam's got this game by its balls. Sam now...
No one knows how.
Sam... Because they're all dumb.
Everyone looks like they want to die.
Sam's... All the ones who have half an idea... It's a bit of a shame. It feels a bit of a shame that Ash... became a traitor... Because I think if she hadn't, she would have been a strong contender in this game. And I think she would have been a good person to spot as well.
We were all for getting rid of Ash at the beginning, but now, wow.
I liked Ash. I think it was more you than me, actually. But I'm just saying. But if they get rid of Camille, whether it be through becoming a traitor and getting rid of her that way, through murder... Well, they can't murder her now, this episode anyway, the end of this episode. But one way or another, if they get rid of Camille... There's no chance that Sam's going to win. Sam's 100% going to win because Gloria... I love Gloria to bits, but she's only kind of following
Gloria
the crowd.
and Sarah will be ones that get banished when they think they may be traitors.
Yeah, Sam will convince everyone to then go for Gloria and then for Sarah. Liam will do whatever Sam says. Keith will do whatever Sam says. And Hannah will do whatever Sam says. Blake's in danger if he can either...
Sam will get rid of Blake at the last moment to make them think they've got rid of all the traitors. Well,
I can't believe Keith was a detective.
No.
That's all I have to say on that.
Former undercover cop as well. So pretending to be someone and being undercover.
Have we done Simone's...
20 years.
20 years, Christ, that's a long.
Do you want to do Simone's fact file?
Well, because she had her VT today.
She did.
So we should do her. Yeah.
She's a professional wrestler from Los Angeles.
Ooh, from Los Angeles. She wasn't born in Los Angeles, was she?
No, she wasn't. But that's where she's she left.
I wonder who
You'll find out during her fact file.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
She's originally from the Golden Coast, but she left home at 16. She travelled the world for years before finally settling on Los Angeles. She's been working as a professional wrestler for 5 years and adores her job. Now Simone is back in Australia and she's ready to win the Traitors Australia.
What company does she wrestle with?
Don't know.
Okay.
Hasn't got her surname on here, so I don't know.
Simone. I loved Simone's coat, by the way. That was like a proper wrestler's entrance coat. Do you know what I mean? When you walk down the ramp to the ring, that's like the kind of coat that a wrestler would wear as they start their fights.
I think it does say on here, she's Princess Aussie, a fierce competition wrestler. Oh, it doesn't say the Princess Aussie.
Okay. Good. Thanks, Simone. We loved you. You were the only... You and Camille...
I had hope for her, but now she's been killed, so...
You and Camille were the only... She hasn't been killed.
Wow, women of wrestling, wow.
Oh, I've heard of them. I've heard of them, yes. Yes. Okay, cool.
So that's who she
Good.
is.
So it's a women's division then, I presume.
Women of wrestling, yes, wow.
Well, yes. Men's of wrestling would be Mo. Oh my! I don't think I have much more to say.
I'm just angry,
I'm just
annoyed,
so upset,
frustrated,
so confused. Life is hard. Shall I read a message that I got from Joseph on Instagram?
Joseph, yes.
Yep. Okay, great. Joseph got in touch.
Not?
Oh, sorry. I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, we were at time as well.
Good.
So.
Okay. Joseph has said.
I think that this season should be called The Dummies.
Carry on.
Hello, Joseph. Thank you for your message. Joseph has said, Hey, loving the podcast.
Thank you.
I'm Australian.
Me too.
And I found the accent hilarious. Don't encourage him, Joseph. Don't encourage him.
I didn't do it this episode.
You're going to do it at the end?
Maybe. You have to wait to see how I finish.
Joseph is curious. Why do you call Keith Checkers?
I don't.
Not sure if I missed something. To be fair, Joseph, again, like I normally, most of my jokes, they're quite... If you live in the UK, you'll probably get it. Because his name's
Keith. I don't get it.
Oh, don't you?
No.
Because his name's Keith.
Keith Checkers.
No. Keith Chegwin was a presenter in the UK. He was famous for
he's dead. I didn't know that.
He was famous for doing a kids' TV in the 80s and 90s, but he was also quite famous for doing a game show that had one episode where he was completely naked and the contestants were all naked, and it was called Naked Jungle. And anyone in the UK who's listening to this, it was based on the set where they filmed Jungle Run. Do you remember Jungle Run, the children's TV show?
No.
Anyway, so that Keith Chegwin had the nickname Cheggers. So because his name's Keith...
Did he have a puppet?
No.
Who's that who had a green bird puppet?
That was Ed the Duck, and that's Andy Peters.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Oh, Orville.
Yeah, maybe.
That's Keith, Orville and Cuddles. Orville was a bird, the one who sang, I wish I could fly.
I thought it was that presenter. I thought that was Keith Chegwin.
No, that's Keith. You'll find him.
What's the name of the bird?
Orville. Keith and Orville.
Yeah, that looks like... Oh, no. Yeah, I think that looks like Keith Chegwin too.
Okay, but anyway, the Keith that I'm talking about... Keith Harris. The Keith I'm talking about is Keith Chegwin. His nickname was Cheggers, and so I call Keith the absolute insanely wrong person on this game right now, Cheggers, and that's the reason I call him that.
Keith Harris is dead as well.
What a happy note to land on.
All these Keiths. They all look the same as well.
Do they? Odd. Maybe they all come from a gene of Keith. There's a Keith gene, and they all have it. So there you go. There's that. If anyone else has any questions they want to get in touch and ask us about, or they'd like me to sing I Wish I Could Fly Again, please do feel free to get in touch at Traitors Podcast on Twitter /X. We're at Faithful to the Traitors on Instagram and Threads. You can email us faithfultothetraitors@gmail.com.
I've just seen.
And well, let me finish.
Sorry. I don't want people to turn off thinking it's the end.
Well, don't worry, guys, because there is more to come now. Ben's got more to come. If you've got a bit of loose change and you want to throw a silver bar our way, go to buymeacoffee.com/faithful. It helps with the show. But if you can't do that, then don't worry about it. Another thing you can do to help is by sharing, liking, and following us and doing all the good stuff that gets our name out there, including giving us a review on your podcast app.
I was just going to say, I see that Sam has just liked about 7 of our posts all at once. So Sam is in the building.
Sam, you did this as
Just
you
had
were
a quick scroll of his Instagram. It's very... He goes on a lot of holidays. Unless that's just Australia and I'm just used to the grey UK.
Scotland, yeah.
But,
we love Scotland. It's lovely up here.
right. Anyway, so that's the end of the episode. Sam is currently winning. We're angry. But
We're
it is
angry,
what it
but not
is.
at Sam. We're angry at his acolytes. All the
And
people
Roger.
around
I
him.
blame Roger.
Do you blame Roger? I think Roger's just enjoying the show.
Tasks are still very hard. 30 minutes for that hill thing was ridiculous.
Sam did it 3 times.
Yeah, well, he's Mr. Perfect, isn't he? So.
Fair enough.
What a little shit.
Either Sam's clever or everyone is fucking dumb.
So there you go. That's another episode.
Sums up the episode.
Finished of Faithful to the Traitors Down Under. And we're going to be back next week for the final.
Was that meant to be the whole thing there, was it?
Was that good? I think it was.
No, it just sounded like, it sounded like you were having a stroke.
You always say that. You're always jealous. You don't ever do
Let me
it.
do my Australian. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. You'll get cancelled now.
Good day, sport. Would you like to come to my Chevrolet? Bye, everyone. I love you all.
And we will see you all again next week for possibly the final. We're not sure. But either way, we've got Sam booked. As in, we know his game. Is that the right word? We've got you booked.
I've no
I'm
idea.
sure it is.
This seems like a long
Goodbye,
outro.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.